Right, Ben, Series 2, tell me, what makes the perfect downhill athlete?
That's a big question. I mean, you can cheat and just look at the past champions. You've got like Steve Peat, Greg Minnaar, Anne-Caroline Chasson, Camille Balanche. They're all big, tall riders. They've got the space underneath them. They can move the bike. They can put it where they want, but then Valley Hall's not that tall. Right, forget that. Actually, you've got to be smaller, you've got to be compact. If you're smaller, you can change direction quicker because you've got more center of gravity. You go right, left, and then your limbs aren't as long, so you don't have as much leverage. It's not as fatiguing. And Aimi Kenyon is not small, but he's fucking massive. Got to have that power, you need the mass, you need to be able to shrug off injuries, hit trees, hit the ground, and just not be phased and have the power to put that bike where you want it. But Jackson Goldstein isn't a very big dude. He's one of the best riders we've ever seen. I guess it's just not actually physical. Like genuinely, there's so many different riders that could win, but not many people can actually win. So it's not the body, it's the brain. It's all in the head. Very few people get the opportunity to race at home when they are at a level where they can win. Everyone who's watching wants you to do it.
Even my family was like, imagine winning at home. Probably more pressure than I've ever felt before.
Il y a 40, c'est pas confirmé. 26 secondes.
So if we start in like, yeah, Leger World Champ.
Yeah, I had that crash in practice.
We're pretty sure her concussion was from World Champs. She crashed on the step down, hit her head, and then when she went home, it got really bad.
Just wasn't able to really do anything. Just for months, I literally couldn't do anything. I was just sitting in bed the whole day, sleeping.
And she started having blackouts where she couldn't see, couldn't remember what had happened, like real scary stuff. Like, what is happening? Am I going to die sort of stuff? Like, I can't even imagine going through that.
It took 6 weeks or so to feel like proper benefits of using this headpiece thing. It was a lot more of a difficult time for me than I let on to anyone, I think. Ben's been really good at helping me get back into it, sort of not putting any like pressure on me and just being like, yeah, we'll just go chill. I just really don't want to go through that again, to be fair. That's kind of my main thing. What's up, YouTube?
Coming into a race season, most riders have had a full 6 months of hard training, are in peak physical condition, and are fully up to speed. Aimi had none of that. Her confidence was low, her fitness was low, and now she has to race her bike.
Not my track, like in terms of what Aimi Kenyon's ideal track would be, this is probably not it, but I love it. It's really fun. Apart from my Fort William podium, this was the race after that I did the best at. So it's kind of like a little key moment in last year's season. So. Got here and I was riding and I was like, I actually feel really, really good. And then I got like so many compliments on like my riding style, and like just people who don't usually like mention it to me were like, Amy, you're looking really quick, and I was like, oh, this is good. So, what do you want me to tell you, Harry?
Like, your brain feels alright.
I feel like I was a bit worried coming here. I was like, the pressure, but it's no. I feel good. I think also with the practice being in like shorter slots is helpful because I'm not getting like absolutely knackered by the end. Yeah, that was 4 like pretty decent runs, and I feel perfectly fine. So she's back. Woo! I'm so happy with that. She still got it. I was so worried. I was like kind of scared because it was, you know, first race back is always a hard one because you don't really know where you fit in. But you know, that's it.
We turned up in the morning of race day, and Aimi was in the pits, and for some reason she was extremely upset, and it seemed like she was having a bit of a panic attack.
Let's go. What's this thing?
What's that thing?
We've also got this thing.
So this is how I'm feeling.
Yeah,
Yeah, the current mood.
Have you done a run yet?
No. Yeah.
Because like last year with Aimi, we tried really hard to kind of build the kind of atmosphere around here that honestly, the results don't matter right now. It's your learning. Your first year of the World Cups. If you get a good result, that's amazing. If you don't, that's absolutely fine as well. You just need to learn as much as possible, kind of build your knowledge base, build your skills, build your experience, and you have the brain and the abilities to be able to do really well. And that, just if you follow the processes, that will happen. And that worked really well for her last year. She didn't seem to put too much pressure on ourselves. But then when you've done well and you expect to do well again, it's very hard not to put pressure on yourself. Because the team definitely isn't. She's set out her goals, set out her targets. Herself, the team has said, whatever you want to do, we will help you to do. And yeah, from our perspective, we don't feel much has changed, but internally, there's a big change this year. She wants to do well.
rollt der zweite ins Ziel. Petrowska kann sie nicht von einem wegschieben. Kenyon geht auf die 2 mit 3:40,25 und Manitou.
I never do that ever. I've never had like a sort of panic attack sort of situation or anything like that. Most of that was due to like the pressure I put on myself and sort of like the sort of ramp up in my like attitude that went from like practice, I was like nice and chill, and then I just went straight up. I was like, okay, race day, let's go. Is that the whole of last year I was like, okay, well, Gracie's gonna win or Phoebe's gonna win or like something like that. And then this year I'm like, okay, well, actually that could be me, and that's like a weird thought to wrap your head around. It's actually like I could win and then be the fastest person in the world on this track. It was a super fast track this year. Like, that's probably the fastest I've gone on a bike in a long time.
There's lots of things that contribute to how you personally react to the inputs that you are getting. Trying to learn and train yourself not to panic, not to just stress about it. Think about how you're going to solve it, stay calm, focus on the positives. How am I going to steer things to the way that it's going to help me succeed and do the best that I can. And yeah, we've said it before, like racing is like, the percentage changes, but it's like 80% in your head, 20% skills on a bike. It's gnarly. And it's really hard to predict how people are going to react.
What's the plan, Amy?
The plan is I'm gonna warm up and then I'm gonna sort out the top section and then I'm gonna do full lap, hopefully, and then I'm gonna then if the full lap doesn't go to plan, I'll do another one, and if it does and there's bits I want to work on, then I'll do that in the third lap. And that's the plan.
That's a plan.
That is a solid plan. This is a slightly better plan than last week. I really went from last weekend, I had like such high expectations after quali for myself. This weekend I was like, nah, just don't. When I was warming up, I was like, I feel like you just know. Like I just knew, and I was like, yeah, I feel like it's probably gonna go well.
Enjoy, Amy. Take your time. So just probably good at the 10. 5. Go on, Amy.
We actually had to talk about it afterwards, like where was that pressure coming from? And she was saying it was just like totally herself. She didn't know if she was going to be able to go fast again after her injury and her concussion, and she had some proper like career decisions that were going through her head in the off season, which is savage for a 17-year-old girl to be thinking about what you're going to do with your life in the off season and not knowing if you're going to race again, not knowing if you could race again to the same level. That was a lot.
I don't know, I think if last week hadn't been so bad, this week wouldn't have been as special, if that makes sense. I don't know, it was a really good feeling.
Well, and so ends the episode. I hope you've enjoyed
It's not end of my episode, I choose that.
Yeah, there's more for you to go.
Follow Instagram.
Not feel fast at all.
15 seconds faster than that in practice.
Really?
Yeah, I don't really know what happened there.
Hello.
Hi, Amy.
How are you?
I'm very good. How are you?
I'm good, yeah.
Right, what happened in Val d'Isole?
Just sunburn and drained, and yeah, we're gonna get rid of that. We're gonna pretend that didn't happen, and it's all eyes on Fort William now.
Are you aware that Fort William might be the most important race of your life?
I'm very overly aware that Fort William is the most important race of my entire career.
Right, we got a few weeks. What's the plan? Tell me the plan.
I think still in the middle of forming a plan, but as of now, it's just mega training. I think it's 3 weeks until race, so 3 weeks, try to get down to W, inners, do some gym stuff, just everything possible.
Aggression! That's it, Amy!
Got the clip.
We got the clip!
We are in Bike Park Wales, just lapping. We're in Antwerp, we're doing laps. It's really, really raining. I went a bit too quick and then I got scared.
Do better! You've got to win a race!
Improving in the montage, going really fast. You never be fighting, might not be fighting.
So this event is huge. The UK's got such a strong mountain bike community. It's got such an influential mountain biking community, such a rich history to Fort William. And who knows how long it'll be until there's another World Champs at Fort William. So this is a really, really significant event for sure. And you know, everybody there wants a home winner in any of the categories. And Amy is definitely up there with one of the favourites to do that. It's 100% possible. She's definitely got what it takes to win Fort William, 100%, if she can put the pieces of the puzzle together.
I think it was like my 14th birthday or something, and we went to Fort William, like me and my parents and like a couple of my friends from back then. And I remember distinctly on that day my dad told me the Fort William World Champs is going to be in 2023 here, and I don't know, I guess that's kind of the first time I thought about it. With it being last year juniors, it's kind of the most opportunity I had to possibly win it.
The thing about World Champs that's different to every other race is you either win or you lose. Nobody cares about second place.
To win World Championships, you can't just treat it like another race. You can't turn up, do a clean run and win. You have to find that edge. You have to do something extra special because everyone else is.
Go off here.
Keep doing that and you should be harder.
Okay.
The line is good anyway.
The line is good.
The line is good.
Yeah, during practice she was definitely cracking on, pushing that bike, driving it through the terrain. Yeah, her intention on track was that of someone wanting to be world champion.
Well, I did a 48 and it's a 5-minute track and I'm only,
I slept from
say 25 seconds back from that.
I could still go.
I feel like that's pretty good, no?
I could not sleep at the park, but then
Do you think you got
getting there though.
like in terms of race pace?
Like
You got much more to crack out of it.
Oh yeah. I think there's a lot more in there. I think for quality my plan is like just a run exactly like that. It's like a full practice run. Like not push too hard just to get down safely. And then I guess tomorrow unless you just gotta go for it. It is either gonna go one of two ways. And I'm absolutely okay with both as long as I just know that I've put everything into it.
Good run, Aimi.
And so Aimi was outwardly projecting this confidence and like kind of positivity and happiness, but you just know under the surface there was like turmoil there. And for one of the first times she actually asked me like a kind of more like genuine question. She was like, do you think I'm going fast enough? And I was like, yes, I do think you are going fast enough. And she's like, no, really, do you think I can win? And I had to like pause and think about it. And my truthful answer was yes, but it's going to be hard.
I'm not like a crash in a while, except from Bike by Wales.
You got a baby?
Not really.
Just a bit shaken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was just a bit quick. Like
right.
The crash is like.
Yeah.
Okay. Snappy, just front end gone. Which car?
The one before pinball.
Okay.
Right. I'll see.
Man-made one.
Do you wanna ask Max if we can send a
It's kind of funny. I think we're all extremely aware of how like a bad thing can quickly like flip a really positive mindset into something incredibly negative. Because I think she could have quite easily just had the worst race of her career after that.
I think for me, yeah, confidence definitely is
a help and something you want, but I try not to make it everything, because a lot of times, like I said, to be great or to win a lot of races, a lot of times you're going to have to do it in circumstances that are less than ideal.
I'd imagine it all, like I could fully, in my head, picture my run into the finish. And she goes into first, like I'd fully like, that was all in my head, like I could see that.
Alors c'est comme ça, moi je peux régler si vous avez une horaire.
Why don't we do a bit of context for like, from your perspective of who you are? Because I was like, oh, Harry's a guy.
Yeah.
Who are you? Why are you here? What are you doing?
I document the series thing. I'm in the pits every day. I am around everyone. My job's to like, not only to document, but to like absorb how everyone feels all the time. Because she kind of is the main character of Pinkbike Racing.
What's up, YouTube?
This is the fairy tale. Like, the fairy tale was, she tries really hard, she's never won a race, she had this off-season from hell, and it's her home World Champs, it's Scotland, it's the World Champs jersey, it's the fairy tale. And I think all of us presume that, because it's the best story, that's what's gonna happen. Like, it's obvious. She's gonna win at World Champs, and it's gonna be the greatest episode of Pinkbike Racing ever. It's gonna get 1 million views, and then she's gonna be the Queen of Scotland. But that's not what happens. In reality, life's not a fairy tale, and you don't always get exactly what you want. But having seen like where Aimi came from, like I went back and filmed with her in Inverness, and like she could have quite easily walked away from everything here, and I would have completely understood. Like, she lost every asset of her life. She couldn't see properly, she couldn't speak properly. Her brain was completely disheveled. If a sport can put you in that place, why would you go back to it? The context of understanding where she's come from, it makes it seem so much more of an achievement. Like, she's the always the one who's like carrying the torch and pulling everyone forwards in Pinkbike Racing. And yeah, it's been cool to see.
What's the plan for these episodes?
No, this is not.
No, you can't.
This is
like
too meta.
It's really meta.
Okay, so the plan is at the end of the episode, we reveal that I've been watching the whole time. Do you know what I mean? So you don't, we don't set me up in the beginning. It's at the end we put me in. It's not contrived at all to explain that. I think you might cry when you watch it.
Probably.
It will be a first time for me in the weather here, so. Get him! Allez, let's go. The wind.
No, but this is what I'm saying. This is the whole point of coming in the morning.
Are we being stupid? This ain't gonna be on, is it?
Yeah, I reckon it's dialed. He just fucking gets on his bike and then like